And now, very successful on his new show where he's making bank. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my good friend, Vince, the lawyer.
What's up, Johnny boy?
Hey, why are you so late today, Vince?
I was actually speaking with an attorney from Kaufman Dolowitz. You may remember that name.
Is that the name that represented you after I filed the ethics complaint?
Oh, yeah. Well, I had to pay $23.05 today. $62,233.05. Thank you, Johnny boy.
You're welcome, buddy.
But, John, I never told you this, that there was one thing you did win in that situation.
How? What?
Do you remember my old name? Vince the lawyer.
Yeah.
Was the name of the channel. After all is said and done, Dev from you know where,
yeah,
told my attorney that it would be in my best interest. I don't have to, but it would be in my best interest if I lose that name because of like the connection between potentially it being legal advice. So, John, I was so fucking mad, but I would never let you know in a million years that fucking guy like. And you know what, John? It's the weirdest thing is now. So we couldn't find the name because I had sold the channel. You had seen the company name that was paying me that bought the channel. So now I'm because I sold them everything, like even my theme song, the name, everything. Vince the lawyer. Then you come along, and I can't risk my law license at this point for YouTube. And I was flipping the out, and I'll never forget it because Patrick Cannell, my attorney, and I are sitting there, and this is why it's so much money, John, that I had to pay. It wasn't like it was because of you that I had to go through this.
Well, you have to take some responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, again, fine, but either way, I had to change the name, and I couldn't come up with anything that was like somewhat that wasn't already taken, things like that. So finally, they came up with Loophole Lawyer, which I hate. I hated the name, John. I'm not into like loopholes and shit like that. But now it's become so popular, that Loophole Lawyer. Vince. I have to thank you, John. Like, I was so mad at you. But go ahead.
I got to just say, Clay, give Vince a round of applause. Because
goddamn time.
I will say this, Vince, and I swear on my life this is true. Two of my closest friends here in, as you call, crap coral, they said to me, John, I got to tell you, I've been watching this show. I'm addicted to it. And I finally realized, is that lawyer that sued you? I go, what's the show called? He goes, Loophole Lawyer. And I looked it up. I go, yeah, it is. He goes, it's the best show on the internet. And I go, you know what? And this is how much I don't hate you, Vince. I actually felt pride. I actually was like, good for Vince. Good for Vince. So what I did to you ended up now, indirectly, helping you become even more successful than you were.
John, I could not believe it because there was no way I was ever going to tell you this because I was so mad and you got one over. This was bigger than everything because I had just accepted $100,000 to sell that thing. And the last thing I need is for that guy, Dev, we'll call him, to tell Patrick that he suggests that I change the name. And when they make that suggestion, they're telling you to do it, basically. He's like, we're not telling you to do it, but we suggest it. I'm like, we went through all this. Everything was done. And then we had to start it up again. And the only thing we came up with was Loophole Lawyer. I didn't like the name, but now it's sort of stuck. So, yeah. So I didn't want to tell you that, John, but again, you beat me.
Hey, Vince, I'll tell you something funny. And with this conversation I had with Dev, all right, which is coincidentally short for Devin. But anyway, so I was talking to, Dev on the phone, and he said, when he was looking at your shows, he goes, I don't get it. What? Is this guy like a real lawyer? Like, why does he do this? And he goes, John, you ever see the King of Comedy? I go, yeah, he's Rupert Pupkin.
I don't even know. You told me this story, but I had no clue who that was. And I love that you're yucking it up with a guy that can literally just take away my career. I mean,
we had the greatest conversation. We would talk for half an hour to an hour at times because he said, because he wants to be famous. And he goes, well, you ever hear King Comedy? I go, yeah, he's Rupert Pupkin. And then we both had a big laugh.
Oh, he hated me.
Yes, he did.
I thought it was a joke, Clay. I got a call, and randomly on the show, John, I don't know if you remember this, I had said that you had filed an ethics complaint. I had no idea you did. and it got dismissed. I got a call literally the second I stopped the show from a guy from the ethics committee. And I literally called him Kev. I mean, it's so informal. You should never, it's like calling a judge by their short nickname.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden at the end, I don't know what she's, but he's like, you better get an attorney. I'm like, oh, I thought it was a joke. I mean, I had no idea how drastic and how much you were trying to destroy my life behind my back. That was great.
You don't think you would destroy mine? Don't you think that I was a little hurt and freaked out by some of the antics? Like filming me in the bathroom in my underwear?
That's
I wish I was able to do
joke,
that.
Vince.
Like saying that you looked under my covers at me sleeping?
Well, I
Come
did
on,
do that.
man. Take some responsibility here,
Well,
man.
I'm not going to deny that, but it's not a crime. It's my bed.
Saying you're trying to break into my house and saying you're using my social security number, you don't think that freaked me out? And then you think, well, John, you should know it's Photoshop. How the am I going to know? I barely know how to, I don't even know how to silence my phone.
Oh, yeah, Clay.
Drunk driving.
You should see. This guy tried his heart. When John puts his mind to something, he'll do it. Like John, they are so good at filtering out crazies. So I don't know. I don't want to know exactly what you did, but I presume you tried more than once to get something to stick. Now, Clay, this is the ultimate.
I only did it once.
I saw Patrick had records that he showed me that there was multiple attempts that you made.
Really?
Did you ever hear the terms throwing spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks? Did someone tell you that?
Yes. That was Dev who said that.
Yeah, that means that you were throwing any type of allegation at the wall.
Oh yeah, everything. Everything.
Yeah. Thanks.
Including the kitchen sink. Everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Eddie,
dude.
I put my ID number from Crunch Fitness on the screen, and people started calling Crunch. Do you know that Vince? I have the screenshot if you want me to show it. Okay.
No, I don't want to show, but I would never do that. There's a joking and there's not.
It appeared to be my Crunch member number, but I didn't know if it wasn't. But I will tell you, Vince, I go to Crunch Fitness and I give them my thing, and they said, "Sorry, we can't, we can't allow you to work out here anymore." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Well, we begin a lot of emails saying that you're filming girls here at the gym and
Well, that's true.
Online." I said, "I never did that." And then
How'd you catch me?
And then I said, well, can I speak to the manager? And then the manager finally came out and said, don't worry, Mr. Melendez, you can work out here. We checked all the emails. None of them were coming from LA. They're all coming from different states. So now we know they're just working with you and working with us. But Vince, that's the kind of shit you put me through.
Yeah, that must have been traumatizing. Meanwhile, I spent 17 years in college and law school and then had to take a bar exam, and you could have took it all away.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is
Clay,
crazy. Yeah, but
isn't that crazy?
crazy
I heard
job.
Carl
I
crying
tried
like a
telling
little.
him that it's sorry.
Yeah, I heard Carl crying like a little bitch because he got sued. I'm like, first of all, you see how much I spent. It's almost $63,000, and you're just going through a lawsuit. In the end, all you're going to end up having to do is pay John money, because that's what's going to happen in the end. Or you'll win the case, and then he'll appeal, and then you got to wait till you see how much an appellate attorney is when you're paying out of pocket. It's expensive. So either way, John, I heard that you filed out.
Any of this,
You don't have to comment. I didn't even know you did, and you can verify that. People say that I'm somehow pulling the strings with your lawsuit.
No.
And the weird thing is, I heard of the guy, an attorney that got into the accident, and it probably was Tabor. This is like 10 years ago in the
Yeah, I'm not commenting on this.
All right, yeah, it's because I saw the name, and it kind of rung a bell. But John's attorney, Clay, went to the best law school probably out there, meaning like Harvard's easy to get into undergrad compared to getting into law school at an Ivy League. It's almost impossible. You have to be like the sharpest of minds. Now, yeah, he got into trouble, but in the end, I know the law firms that he worked for because I saw Schulte, Roth, and Zabel. These are like the top tier firms. And I don't know who Shuli has. Did Shuli get an attorney?
I am not commenting on this.
Shit,
Clay, did Shuli get an
I'm
attorney?
not commenting, Vince. I don't want to talk about this, please.
Say use a pseudonym. Say the shitware or.
You could say if you get an attorney or not. I'm not saying.
I don't know. I heard that there was some bills that were paid that they weren't too happy about. Could you imagine if you've got to pay £60,000?
I'm not talking about this, Vince. I do want to ask you something.
Yeah,
Vince. Okay, please respect me here. I don't want to mention anything. Okay, but yes, thank you. Yes, Tabor is a great attorney, and I have complete faith in him.
So they're basically.
Yes, they got.
I don't.
Yes, they got an attorney. Vince, he has to
Okay.
get an attorney.
So,
But I mean, it's very big of you, Vince, to even, I don't know, like to let that roll over you, just losing that amount of money and still be quite chipper and
Clay,
you're here
it wasn't
talk-
the fucking money, dude. It wasn't the money. If John got his way, they'd take my law license away.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
I
money.
tried to say to him at the time, because I'm a Vince fan. I like Vince. I know John, whatever. Yeah, but I did think, Jesus Christ, it's harsh. Like you're trying to take the man's livelihood away over it.
Oh, you mean like saying
joke.
that I'm drunk driving when I'm a school teacher in LA?
But-
I like playing my dash cam that you claim you got from your friend at Mercedes, and then showing me running over garbage cans and traffic lights? You mean like that? You mean like accusing me of being anti-Semite because I own a Mercedes? You mean like that? Come here, Clay.
Come here, Clay.
It's just jokes. So it's just a little.
Yeah,
little
it's all,
trolling.
yeah, Clay. It wasn't the money. It was what could have potentially happened. Now you have to
Yeah,
understand. I know why John did it because it costs no money, and if he got this guy to actually file it, he would have to do absolutely nothing. How great is that? That's a smart fighter. It is a smart fighter. He didn't have to spend one dime, and he could potentially take me out completely by having someone else fight me. It's a smart move.
I don't like
Scary stuff. I mean, what would you have done if you lost your
Vince,
I don't know.
You know I don't like spending
full-time podcasting?
Vince, you know I don't like spending money. And the funny thing about that, Vince, could I say this? Could I talk about
Yeah, I mean it's over now.
it's over now, so I can talk about
Yeah.
our agreement. So when Vince sued me for 12.5 million, now I knew I was never going to pay that. I already had fail safes in place, but I will tell you, finally I came to my senses. I had a worm. What do you call that? I had a worm tongue in my ear that Vince is aware of. Who was trying to push me to do things that I didn't want to do because and even the ethics complaint, Vince, that was the worm tongue in my ear who was trying to, get me to do certain things. And that person ultimately betrayed me anyway. But the point being is that person then just wanted me to fight your lawsuit myself. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm not doing that. And then he goes, just stop drinking for a few days and let's work on this. I go,
Hell no. Ain't nothing worth that.
I've been drinking for a few days.
A few days. You gotta be
That's
kidding
out of
me.
question.
I go, deal off. But Vince, keep hard, Clay. I don't know if you know this. So can I go over the details of of our settlement?
Not the exact terms, but you could say like that there were payments and whatnot.
Yeah, so Vince got is it fair to say there was a certain percentage I had to pay you each month for my podcast?
Yeah, a down payment and a certain percentage.
Yeah, a very small down payment and very small percentage. But of course, Clay, I had my friend, instead of listening to this worm come here, I had my friend talk to Vince's attorney, and Vince was kind enough to, negotiate, even go over the top kind and in his negotiation and give me something I didn't even ask for. Correct, Vince?
That's right.
And, yes. And because of that, then I just said, okay, so I agreed to our settlement. And then what did I do, Vince? Then I
Proceeds to
stopped.
sandbag me. Yeah.
Then I stopped podcasting for the months that I had to pay. And then what happened, Clay? Whatever the percentage was, I would and Dirty Deeds gave me this one, but I would send him literally 25. I would Venmo him $25 and say a small amount of money for a very small man.
I remember you talking about it.
And every month I would go, a few bucks for a KC cuck. And every month I would send them like 35 or 20. And then finally, can I say this? Then finally Vince's lawyer said, you don't have to pay anymore.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
All right, so what's going on with you and Anthony Cumia?
Oh, no, he just is going off. Like he's at that, what
Dork house, Dork Motel.
Yeah, the Dork Motel. And he's trying to drum up interest by picking a fight with me out of nowhere. It's all the same shit, Vince. It's just, as you have said a billion times, I'm the sun that all these guys revolve around. But they just took it too far, Vince. And I think you would agree. I mean, it's gotten to the point that, it's just like they've taken it way too far.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, like in terms of taking too far, because I heard he was trying to call you, but why wouldn't he just pick up the phone?
Because he's a staunch racist in my opinion, and I don't feel like
All right,
talking to
Clay. So we have a mutual friend, Poker Mike. I talk to Poker Mike a lot. He used to be really good friends with John Edward. I didn't know this until we were hanging out at KC's one day, and he tells me that he went to John's family. He knows Roy. Did he go to a Yankee game? Like take you like 20 people to a Yankee game with your whole family? Like all this stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah. He was like becoming a good friend, and then as soon as I, as a good friend, introduced him to Pocky, and then because he likes playing cards.
Yeah, we all heard that story. So then recently he had asked me. He really loves John though. The weird thing is he loves John.
So why is he there trashing me then?
He's not. Poker Mike trash. You heard Poker Mike trash.
I heard that video you gave me.
Oh, there was a video that they took of Poker Mike. He throws like a and playing football.
Don't use those words in this time.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, I don't know. I throw better than this guy. I've never seen. And
Vince, don't use those words on my show. I don't need to get struck.
Don't get kicked out, Vince.
Trip, I think $5. Any good stories about how your bands get right before you get signed to record? I'll do that tomorrow because I'm talking to Vince now.
So is that why you haven't been? Have you been keeping abreast of the shitverse while you've been gone in your hiatus?
No, Clay. It's like when you're at a different level, you realize how much of a waste of time this is. And I don't mean to offend anybody,
Vince. But here's why you're a lawyer. I text you something, a 2-word text, and you give it to Tukey, like immediately after you repeatedly say that you're out of the Dorkverse.
No, I text with Rocco and Bob, not Julie and.
Yeah, but why give them my private text?
What was it about? I mean, sometimes I do because I don't like to repeat it. I just screenshot it and send it to someone.
Yeah, but why? Can we have a friendship that's private?
Well, some things are private. It probably wasn't private that I sent to them.
Was.
But what was it?
Well, it was all over the internet. I said a certain thing was filed.
Oh, right. You did. Yeah, but everyone kept telling me that, John, and you didn't even tell me at all. So
I text you it.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, it's cool because now you got Shuli and Carl having to get an attorney. And I have a feeling...
No comment.
I can say whatever I want.
Stop being so impatient and you act like logo. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a feeling that they're not paying full price. I don't know. Eventually that will come out if they tried to scare you by saying that somehow they're going to get attorney's fees. And obviously there's always a chance, so you never know. And then they would have to prove it. But it doesn't sound like they're paying full price.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm not commenting, but Vince, you certainly can. Oh, you can't read it.
I'm going to open up so I can. But
Vince, opinion on Shuli and Lady K talking about the lawsuit nonstop seems not very smart, right?
I mean, it depends. Ultimately, anything that they say can affect what occurred in the past. John, I don't even know what your claims that you're making. Is it defamation like I made, or is it had something to do with?
It's.
You don't. I mean, you could say what because it's public. Like if you read your. What was that?
It's right of publicity.
Okay, so that there's nothing any of you people can say unless there was an agreement.
Never.
That's going to come out after, right? There's nothing that they could say to change what actually occurred. So I mean, ultimately, Clay, what they're going to say is that it was done in a newsworthy fashion, and John's going to say it wasn't, and it's going to be for the courts to decide.
What's the word they say when you comment on something?
Transformation.
Transformative. Yeah, that's it.
And again, you can't just take someone's movie clip, even 2 seconds. That's not transforming it. Basically doing an entire different act of it. You want to say that it's parody? Fine. You have to make it parody. You can't just take their work and use it. You can't take John's voice and then somehow comment after it. We're there to hear the voice. I paid to hear the voice.
I don't think that's what it's about. I don't think that's actually what it's about, though, is it?
I don't know. I don't know, John.
It's about certain recordings. No. Listen, me and you talking bits. I think it might about certain recordings.
I'm not commenting about anything,
John. We're not asking you.
I'm talking to Vince.
I know.
Did you ever hear about the H3 case, though? Ethan Klein.
All right, I'm not.
Never heard.
Okay, I'm not doing it.